welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope you are having a great day. As always, thank you for joining back to watch the video on the channel. So today is officially the match day for Nigeria versus Ghana, the friendly match that we've been looking forward to, and of course it's going to be played today. Lots of build up for that one leading up to today, but again, it's very interesting, the fact that Coach Finidi just actually going to have his debut match as the head coach of the Nigerian Super Eagles on interim basis. Of course, we're going to see how this one pans out. Ghana already has one on us after that sad one for Nigeria yesterday. We obviously lost that one. The Falconets, lost the game. 2-1 was the final scoreline. It was a very disappointing match for us because we had to draw the first blood. We actually scored the first goal, just like we did in the AFCON final against Ivory Coast. We first of all looked for trouble, and in the end we couldn't hold our own to see out the match. That was exactly what happened yesterday. And of course, I thought the Ghanaian teams were really persistent, and they were really courageous. They had the fighting spirit, and they kept pushing until the end to come out with the victory for that one. But again, even though you might argue that our girls, the Super Falcons, they were not at their best yesterday. I think yesterday was probably the worst match that they had to play in the competition. But again, you have to appreciate the girls for lifting the silver. They actually won the silver yesterday, which is not something that's easy. All right, and of course, we saw their route to final, how they were very dominant against their teams, beating some teams 4-0, beating some other team 2-0 and all of that. But again, we have to know how to play the finals. We have to learn how to play the finals. This is becoming an issue for not only our male team, but also our female team. As I mentioned, we saw that in Ivory Coast. Now we are seeing it again at the All African Games with Super Falconets. But again, there's just so much positive to take from the game. Winning the silver, where it's not silver medal rather, is not easy. That's in fact counted for the overall medal that our team, the team Nigeria, has obviously won in the All African Games in Ghana. Ghana having won this one, puts them at 11 gold. Remember, they are still way below the mark for Nigeria. So the tallies together, you see that the Nigerian team actually still dominant ahead of Ghana, ahead of all other countries except Egypt, who are topping with lots of gold. Again, let me give you a brief idea of how the table ranks right now. Nigeria is still in the second position. We actually won 2 more golds yesterday to stay at 37, and our total now is 98. Egypt won a couple golds to stay at 94 golds and 175 total medals. And then of course Ghana, who obviously won 1 gold yesterday after beating us in the female football category, they gained an extra 1 gold to make it 11 gold and a total of 50. So you see the table here, you know that Nigeria is still obviously way ahead. But again, it was a good one for the girls. Chris Danjuma obviously deserves some credit, even though you might have some criticisms and of course lessons to draw from that game, that loss against Ghana. But let's leave that one, guys, and focus on the Nigerian Super Eagles. Of course, as I mentioned from the start of the video, they have their game today, and fortunately a chance to actually try and get something or inflict a revenge. Let me not call it revenge, but of course it's still going to obviously have an impact on the game, because they'll be going into the match knowing that of course the bragging right is now much more intense. The fact that our ladies lost to them, so our men would definitely want to get one on the Ghanaian team. So the preparation is still very intense, of course, as always, and there won't be any more trainings. The boys are really very fit and fired up for this, and of course the match time is going to be 5 p.m. I'll be sure to give you guys updates. It's going to be very exciting to see how Coach Finidi George actually brings out the lineup. I would, for one, like to see how he lines up with the team, the formation that he wants, that he chooses to play, you know, and of course the players that will be deploying for that one. So make sure you're make sure you're subscribed to the channel to get these updates. Of course, I'll definitely be busy on the community tab, posting the lineup and all of that, every single detail that you need to know. And of course, if I need to make a video, I'll definitely make one for the update. So Ghanaian team also very prepared for this one as always, and they're also ready for this. So it's going to be very, very tough. If you're free for that one, you could, take your time out to watch this one. It's definitely going to be very scintillating and of course exciting, that one this evening. 5 p.m. is the time, don't forget. And of course, on Facebook, I'll definitely post the link so that you can also stream on it. So make sure you follow Football Stories on Facebook. Head to the about page of this channel, click on the Facebook icon, and then head straight to Facebook at about that 5 p.m. so that you can connect on the link to actually watch the match. So leaving out there, let me let you know the one that concerns a prospective Super Eagles player rather, by the name Finidi. You probably already know this guy. He is someone who is a regular for Bournemouth Football Club in English Premier League, and of course Billing has had a few words out to the media about the possibility of him representing Nigerian Super Eagles. But what he said, is what I would categorize as him snubbing Nigeria, because obviously there's no hope of him turning his allegiance from Denmark to Nigeria. And this is what he said. He said that he feels connected to Nigeria. He feels connected to the Super Eagles because, of course, his dad is a Nigerian, and of course, he loves the culture. He loves everything about it. But again, it would be kind of weird for him to come represent Nigeria or come play for Nigerian Super Eagles because he was born and brought up in Denmark, of course, which is the country of his mother. And of course, he says that he's been used to the culture in Denmark, and of course, playing football, growing up, and everything. He did it in Denmark, so it's really something very hard for him to consider. And he talked about his sister actually, representing Denmark, or actually having stronger tie with Denmark, and of course his mother, which makes it even harder for him to, for him to be the one to decide otherwise. But again, what he's saying is that he feels more connected to Denmark, and it would be very, very hard, or maybe even impossible, for him to even start to consider playing for Nigerian Super Eagles. But again, this guy is a midfielder, just I would say like an average midfielder, not very prolific. He's had to score 11 goals and 4 assists in about 100 games, with Bournemouth in 4 seasons. Again, we know that we actually need midfielders in the Super Eagles, but maybe not in the caliber of Billing. Again, it's good that he came out and expressed his feelings about it, because of course he has the right. His dad is a Nigerian, so why not? But let me know what you think about this. Do you think Billing is someone that we actually miss? But nevertheless, that's the update for this video. Thank you for watching, and of course, don't forget to come back to Football Stories on Facebook around 5 p.m. for the link for the Nigeria match. If it's available, I'm definitely going to post it here, and of course, the lineup and everything, I'm definitely going to post it in the community tab when it comes out. Thank you guys. I wish you a very successful, prosperous day today, and have a lovely day, guys.